and a student, and now I am saying I am an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, and a yoga teacher. I am my own boss, and nothing's gonna get done if I don't do it. So really making sure that I take responsibility and I'm accountable to all my teachers and to myself and to the studio and all the students. I've never been this responsible for anything. For me, I just turned 24, I just finished university, and I was very much on an exploration outward. So it wasn't me turning my focus like inward to look inside, it was looking outward for a new community. I just graduated university, I finished on the varsity swim team, and I was looking for my next community, my next group of peers and people to push me forward. So with swimming, I swam from the age of 9 to 23, so a long period of time. So I have a big background in athletics and movement. And when I finished swimming, when I graduated from university and retired from the swim team, I was kind of like, what do I do now? I need some form of exercise, some form of movement. And I don't think I realized how much swimming had taught me about moving meditation. Get out of your head, to get out of your to-do list, to let your day go, to let everything sort of melt away from you and just be focused on breathing and moving. So the connection with swimming, like when you're in the pool, you can't hear anything, you're submerged in the water, you're focused on what you're doing and your breath and the movement. I love water, but I also love being outside. So whenever, like as a swimmer, we would go on training camps, we would swim outside, and that was like my favorite thing, to be in the pool, but also under a blue sky. So we spend so much time surrounded by the color blue, and I feel like it calms us, it's very tranquil, it's a very calming color. And so the big part of the studio was self-expression, self-acceptance, self-love for anyone who comes in, any of the teachers that are here. So the color blue kind of resonated through that as well, to be able to say what you're feeling, say what you're thinking in a safe environment. It's being balanced where you take that hour out of your day for yourself, get on your mat and practice. Just taking some time for you. I was coming from a nonprofit background. I was coming from I was female, so like 10% of the class were female, that was it. No one had done nonprofit, no one had done yoga before. So it's coming from this very unique perspective. So whenever I've had a challenge, I come to your mat and can sort of work through it. It's a warm studio. The idea being that we are warm and welcoming, that we can bring anyone who has, like, if you've done yoga or you've never done yoga, it doesn't matter, there's a class for you. One of my favorite poses, especially if you want to find energy and feel like you're really opening up, one of the postures is wheel, so it's a pretty big back bend. You need to be quite open through the chest and shoulders, but it feels absolutely phenomenal once you can get into the back bend. So draw the hands in, and then coming up. And just a really nice chest opener as well as a back bend. Wow. But I've also always, for as long as I can remember, have had really, really bad body image issues that I've dealt with for as long as I can remember. Always being really self-conscious and really nervous about body issues. Mm-hmm. And then the last year that has changed so dramatically. I feel like for the first time in my entire life I have body confidence. Like the strength that I've developed over the last year from practicing 5 times a week, or that's the goal, to practice 5 times a week and do all the different classes that we have, it is a really, really good feeling. I try to tell people that it's a consistency. If you can commit to doing something, so we have a lot of younger people that come to the studio in their like 20s and 30s, a lot of young new moms and a lot of brides-to-be, and so for them, they want to like lose the baby belly or make sure that they look amazing in their wedding dress, and it's committing to a practice and being really consistent with it. It's consistency. So for headstand, it's all about core. So bringing your head to your hands and then thinking about the ability to turn your core on as you float your legs up.
Wow.
So we did this Valentine's Day event. It was a Thai yoga massage event for couples. So that was on Valentine's Day, and I thought, okay, that's nice that we have something for couples. And we did champagne in this gorgeous workshop, and I really enjoyed it. And Jason and I, my partner and I, did the workshop, and it was great. But then I was thinking, February is supposed to be this month of love and self-love, and we need to do something for people who are single. So I was trying to come up with an idea where we could do something that was out of the ordinary, something different. And we thought, what a interesting way to meet new people by coming to a yoga studio and doing some postures with people. So there's not swiping, it's not texting or talking, it's let's see what it feels like to hold someone's hand. See what it feels like to be back to back with someone and feel them breathing. So no talking, but touching and feeling if there's a connection there from like the very beginning. I always think about this, people say, oh, yoga's not for me. I'm like, well, how many classes have you been to? Oh, I've really been to one. Well, do you ever say restaurants aren't for you because you went to one restaurant that you didn't like? So if you are thinking that yoga's not for you, maybe come try a class and see what it's all about.
Be here.
We're located at 1457 Dundas Street West. We're on the ground floor of the building. Really easy location. The heart of Dundas West. Our website is studioblue.co. And you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Studio Blue Yoga. Just Studio Blue Yoga.